Today I have for you a very simple side leg series workout that you might see in Pilates or Barre classes. This is simple, short, and to the point, and we're going to be lengthening and strengthening legs, hips, and glutes. Begin by coming side lying on your mat. Your legs are going to be straight out, and then you're going to lift them and take them to the front corner. Now, we are going to point as we kick up and flex as we pull down. We're externally rotated here, so the knee is facing up towards the ceiling rather than being parallel and facing front. Point, lift up, flex, squeeze down. Try to keep that torso still and stable and isolate the movement to your leg. Now, hold the leg up right here and give yourself a little stretch. You may be holding towards your ankle or farther down on the leg, but try to keep it straight. Now, we're going to flex as we lift up and point as we squeeze down. Same movement, but we're reversing the position of our foot. Flexing up, pointing down. Really important here with these first two movements that we are actively flexing and actively pointing. We don't want a dead foot here. And stop. Hold that leg lifted up and just hold a little stretch here. Now, keeping the leg parallel with the knee facing forward, we're flexing through the heel and we're going to lift and lower that leg. You'll notice here that since we're parallel, you're not going to lift as high as you would in external rotation because you have that hip bone stopping you here. Keep that knee forward, keep the toes flexed. Now stop here and we'll get ready for the next exercise. We're going to lift that leg and sweep back and forth. The foot is hip level and we're pointed through the toes. We are sweeping forward and then coming back in line with our standing leg. Try to keep as stable through the hips and shoulders as possible. Stop right here and break for the next exercise. We're coming externally rotated. Take that knee up towards the ceiling. And we're gonna lift up, pointing up and flexing down. Back to that first exercise. Rather than taking all unique exercises here, we're taking just 4 and working in interval format. Good, lift that leg and hold that stretch for a few seconds. And we're moving on to the second exercise, flexing up and pointing down. That leg is still externally rotated. And we'll stop right here. Now you can hold that leg up and stretch or just prepare for the next exercise. Keeping those hips square and the foot parallel, knee facing forward, flex through the heel, and we're going to lift and lower here. Make sure you're doing so with control and that your body is not wobbling around back and forth. If you struggle with balance, flexing through your bottom leg that's lying on the mat through that heel can help you to stabilize. And stop. Now pointing through that toe and keeping the leg parallel, we're going to sweep forward as far as we control, sweep, and then come back in line with the other leg. Really stabilize through that trunk and upper body, sweep forward, and then come back in line with your standing leg. And stop right here. Now we're going to flip over into the back and have a little stretch. Lengthen out your bottom leg and lift up your working leg here, holding on, ideally between the knee and the ankle. Now, take it out to the side. Grab a hold of your foot if you can, or somewhere on your leg and reach out to the side. You may find a resistance band to be helpful here if you can't reach up and grab your foot. Bring back to center. Now peel up head, neck, and shoulders and pull that leg in a little bit further, really stretching through the hamstrings. Now release everything down. We're gonna prepare for the other side. We'll be doing the same exercises over here. So lying in a straight line, we're gonna lift those feet and take them up towards the front corner of your mat. Externally rotating through that leg, we're preparing here to point as we lift up and flex as we squeeze down. And let's begin. Point and lift up, flex and squeeze down. Take this at a relatively quick pace, as fast as you can stabilize and still feel those muscles working so you're not rushing through the movement. We want to be controlled and precise in this and have nice, long, graceful dancer legs. Good, lift that leg up and stretch here for a moment. And now we're moving on to the second exercise. Flex as you lift up, point as you squeeze down. Stopping here. You can add in a little stretch here if you'd like, or just prepare for the next movement. Flex through the heel, that leg stays parallel, and we're lifting and lowering. Those stretch breaks in between are optional. If they feel good for you, add them in whenever you'd like in between the exercises. And stop. Pointing through the toe, keeping it parallel, we're sweeping the leg forward as far as we can control, and then back. Sweep forward and come back so that the heel is in line with the hip. On this one, since we're sweeping forward and back, you might find that your shoulders really want to lean back or lean forward. Really try to stack and stabilize. And stop right here. We're externally rotated and preparing for exercise number 1 again. Pointing up, point as you lift up, and flex as you squeeze down. Keep a steady flow of breath here. You may find that it's comfortable to inhale as you lift up and exhale as you squeeze down. Now pausing right here. You can take a little stretch break if you'd like, or just prepare for the next exercise. We're going to flex as we lift up and point as we squeeze down. And stop right here. Now bringing that leg parallel, flexing through the heel, and preparing to lift and lower here. Begin. And stop. Stay parallel. Now switch to pointing through the toe. Sweep forward and back. Let's go. Imagine your legs growing longer as you reach that toe across the room and stabilize through the body. And stop right here. Flipping over into the back, we're going to have a stretch with that active working leg. Lengthen the leg long. You can either keep your standing leg foot on the ground or lengthen it long as well. Hold on just below the ankle or wherever is comfortable flexibility-wise. Now, take that foot off to the side. You can take your opposite arm out to the side on the ground to stabilize your body so you don't roll off to the right. Bring that leg back to center, peel up head, neck, and shoulders, and try to reach towards the foot, keeping that leg as straight as possible. Now legs down, And spine stretch forward. Lean over those legs. Now come into a butterfly stretch, bringing the heels of the feet together and opening up the hips. All right, we are all done. Just a few minutes can really make a difference in how you feel. I hope that your legs feel long and strong. I love to provide people with free, easy, and accessible workouts that they can do at home no matter the excuse. So I've got those available here on YouTube. If you want to get a little bit more serious and take full-length classes with me, you can find all my Pilates and barre classes on Patreon. If you really like this and want to see more, you can let both me and YouTube know by hitting that thumbs up. Subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to see more videos like this, and join me in the studio again. See you guys next time.